Hi everyone! So today I have some fun things to share with you, and of course some info about Die & Press's Teal Tuesday you guys have been waiting for to share with you. These items that I'm showing you here were sent free of charge from our review, and of course all opinions are my own. And this time I do not have affiliate links. I have a discount code for you guys that you would want to use to get that 50% off, okay? So do not use my affiliate code. The code that you will want to use is Tuesday 50. If you want to do capital letters, that's fine, but Tuesday 50, and it'll be there, and it'll be in the description box also. So for 2 days, when you spend $30 or more, you get 50% off your entire purchase if you use the code Tuesday 50. There are some free gifts we'll talk about in just a minute, but I do want to let you know that the Teal Tuesday starts February 15th, Tuesday, February 15th at midnight Eastern, and it ends Thursday, February 17th at midnight Eastern, okay? So from midnight Eastern the 15th through midnight Eastern the 17th, going into the 18th basically, for those 2 days. The free gifts that I'll show you are while supplies last, and only one set per household, okay? So, and then of course the 50% is after the discount, so you have to have a minimum of $30 in your cart to use the Tuesday 50, okay? So if it's not working, if you have like $20, and that's why. So $30 or more, and then the discounts will be taken into account when you get the free gifts. So let's talk about the gifts here. So if you spend $65 after the discounts, so after 50% off, so that means $130, right, to get to 65, you'll receive this paper pack. And let me move a couple of these things aside here. Look at this pretty paper. It's like this pretty ombre paper pack. It feels like it is like printer type paper. Let me open this up and we'll check it out. And that's if you spend $65 or more. And then if you spend $95 or more, you'll also receive this pack of scissors. So let me show you that. Yeah, it's like printer paper. Pretty cool if you have some invitations or just something, a little newsletter, a little something you send out. Really nice paper. And of course you can always put it on like a card base and things. So there's like that pink or coral ombre, like a minty ombre, the blue, and I can see like an orange one here, and then the goldenrod kind of ombre. Really pretty papers. And then that's 65 or more after the discount, but if you do 95 or more after the discount, you'll also receive this pack of scissors along with the paper pack. And again, it says they're one set per household. So we have some really nice scissors. They sound very sharp. You know what I'm saying? When you have scissors and you can feel that they're really touching each other on the blades there. So we will try them out perhaps today with our projects that I'll be working on. So I do want to show you a few things. It does say that they're going to have, maybe you missed out on some auto ships or some of the other kits and things, and of course just all the different items that Die & Press normally carries on their site. I do have some fun things to share with you though, so let me just, let's get to it. So it looks like their violet stamp mat will be back. This is such a sweetie. They're so nice because they're silicone, so they wash off really well. I wouldn't wash them more than with soap and water, or just water normally, just because you don't want to end up peeling off or taking off your little numbers here, because who knows what cleaning products people want to use. But I would say nothing more than soap and water, and it's just kind of like this. Really nice stamping mat, of course. And you've seen me use it in the past, so I just want to show that to you guys. And this one happens to be 13 inches as far as the grid. It's bigger than the actual 13 inches by 9, and it's probably like 15 by 11. As you can see, it takes up almost my whole surface, and that's a pretty big surface there. So really nice. And the reason I call it, well, I think they call it a stamping mat, is when you go to stamp on something like this, because of that rubbery, that silicone, it kind of pushes back at you. So as you stamp, let's say you have your paper and you're stamping, it gives you a better impression just because you really get in there instead of just like on a hard surface where maybe it doesn't really make really good contact. So that's what that's great for. Or anything messy you have there. Some little paper packs I just want to quickly show you. So the marble paper pad is back in stock, and this is a real sweetie. It's really nice for backgrounds. Look at that. And you just pop on, maybe even just a couple flowers or your little sentiment, and you're good to go because you have that gorgeous background already ready to go. And then this one's a little banner paper pad. Oh, let's see this. I have not seen this one before. Oh, I only opened it on the one side. Hold on, let me get the other side open just so we can take a good look. But it's craft banners that are already made for you. Aw. Oh, that reminds me. I believe they're going to have the inline alpha set, the lowercase alphabet. So it'd be really cute to put one letter on each one and make your like little banner and things. So if I remember, I will pull that set out just to give you a refresher. Some of the items that they're going to have, what I'll do is I'll link videos where I've reviewed them in the past, and that way you can check those out that way. Have more info on them if you would like. So that's what I'll do. Oh, the Die and Press butterfly refill kit. So this is the butterfly flyer, and I actually have one set up here near me because Miranda was playing with it. But this is the refill for the butterfly. Let me see if I can get that. And if you're familiar with Die and Press and their flyers, all you do is set that up, and you can pop it into one of your cards. So when your recipient opens it, little butterfly pops out at them. Really pretty though, with the watercolor kind of feel of the wings. So we have all those, and remember, everything would be 50% off if you add $30 or more into your cart, so really great. The balloon nesting dies. Let me give these a measure for you guys. So as you can see, they're on two split cards because it's hard to nest something that's right the next size in together. So this is larger, and then this is the next larger, and this is the next one, this is the next one, this is the next one, as you go in concentrically. So the largest one, it's a big boy. It is almost 5.5, like 5.25 at the very tip there, by, I would assume, about 4 inches. And the smallest one is also on this guy. He is, he's about 1 inch wide, and like I don't know, just over 1.25 long. Super cute, so really great for nesting, for making all kinds of different little like vignettes if you want to just pop little balloons in the background, you know, as your little images or whatever. Comes with a cutting folder, of course, for the marquee, and if you don't have the marquee, you can definitely cut these guys on any thin metal die cutting system. Okay, so let's see, here we have, the gift bag called Celebrate Birthday. This one's a real sweetie. I believe I have a full tutorial on this one already, that I'll link those in the description box. Oh, so sweet. So this one makes a little gift bag. Let me bring this out here. Oops, sorry guys. And I know along with this there are a few other gift bags that you can pick up. I believe one was like the Valentine looking one with all like the hearts and love and things like that. That I can recall right now off the top of my head. So we have our gift bag. It's going to create a bag that is about, I'm just going to give you a quick measurement. It's about 3 1/8 inches wide. And as far as the depth, as you can see here, this is going to be the sides. Of course, it gussets, so it makes it a little bit smaller. But the depth, let's say the widest area here, is about 1 3/4 inches. And then the height, which is basically from here to here, is about just over 4 1/8 tall. So hopefully that helps you out if you want to know more about that quickly here. But look how cute, with the little celebrate. You have your birth and then day and all kinds of fun things. Little tiny balloon. Hooray. I think this probably cuts out the word. We have the hooray there. I really like that though, because when you cut the hooray part, it cuts the little O's. And you know what? I don't know that I have a tutorial on this one yet. We will see. If not, we will get one put together. And then I would say it looks like it says birthday, this one, but it's this one. Nope, it's the happy. And then we have one other word that cuts out. So we'll figure all that out in the review, but maybe this is celebrate. That's what it looks like, this one here. So cute. So full die set with your stamps, and then we have like little party hats, and then the balloons, little faces, not flaces, faces. How cute. You can pop those into like this little guy if you want to make like a little character, or on the balloons, or however. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Adorable. So many sweet things on that one. And today we'll work on this one, so I'll open this one last, I believe. And the storage envelopes with labels, you guys. So I believe it says a set of 25. I thought they came in 20s, so I'm not sure, but I will find that out, and it'll be in the description box how many are in there. But these guys are my absolute favorite. I picked up a ton when they came out, and so now I have this pack here to use. Super easy. Let me just, it comes with dividers. Of course, the dividers fit in the boxes that Diamond Press had put out, but you can always just put them wherever you like, or wherever, however you want to house them. And so they have the strips that you can just write on there. I've been using a label printer, and I just print out whatever it is, like the Celebrate gift bag, and then pop it in there. And then you just pop this guy in here. And my tip for this is, when you slide it in here, is to keep it close to the top edge. Like if you kind of push it in here, you're kind of pushing it towards this edge. I would say keep it up here. It's like a little channel, and it slides in very easily. Okay, guys? So hopefully that helps you out. I just keep it towards the top, and I just give it a slide, slide, slide until it gets to where it needs to go. And that's how I use them. So I know I've had that question before, and I already made the video, so it was hard to come back and show you that. So there it is, even though I did show it, but maybe I didn't talk about it as well. So really, really great. And of course, these guys will hold all kinds of stuff. I mean, generally with these, I keep them like this. Like I'll put my stamps like this, and then I'll take the dies off of the pack and just pop them in there. So what I want to say about these is that this area isn't taken up just by label. They made it so it's completely open, which is really nice, because that label's like on the outside, so it holds things very well in this direction and the other direction, however you want to put them. But I usually keep them like this, and then the dies will be in there too, and put away. Really, really great. Let me clear out this area a little bit, and we'll look at this last kit that I have to show you. And this last one, really looking forward to show it to you guys. This is the Diamond Press pop-up die kit, the Easter basket one, you guys. Let me show you this. So I know their pop-up auto ships sold out pretty quickly, so it's quite possible you didn't get it when you got the pop-up flower basket, or if you got it at all. So look at this, I can see the little bunnies already. Oh my goodness. Let's check this out. Super excited to try this one out for you guys today. So it comes with the elongated cutting mat, of course, because we have this larger piece that's going to make part of our pop-up. So again, that's for the marquee, but if you have any other machine that's going to accommodate this, you're good to go with the thin metal dies. So we have like little eggs. It looks like obviously little bunny portions, some other little items here, and this is what makes the pop-up kind of box center part. These are the stamps. Oh my gosh, look at the little eggs. I love that. So that die cuts basically all of them at once. You have solid ones, sorry. You have this one with the little like stripes, so it looks like a candy egg, the kind of the pot you open. How cute is that? And then these guys are decorated. We have like little Easter eggs in the grass, which is what you're gonna use here, I believe. We will see, yeah. And then we have the little bunnies. Aww. And it says, I'm so excited. Have a sweet Easter to and from. Happy Easter. Hippity hoppity. Here comes Peter Cottontail. And then this is for the basket part. Or it looks like a basket, this portion here. Okay, so we'll get to all of that. And then we have, of course, our instructions, full color, super cute. And so what I'm going to do is basically we're just gonna have a card base, and then whatever it is that you want to use for these other things, but we're going to color them. Oh, how cute. So as far as the center goes, this Easter basket portion, now this would be really cute if you just put on if you just stamped it and colored it, right? As far as like a focal point on a card, maybe layered it with some of these things, do some masking. But for today, we are going to just, we have to do 2 of this guy, we have to do 2 of this, and 1 of the center, and 1 of the bunnies. So what I'm going to do is grab some marker paper, because we're going to stamp this, and then we're going to color it in. And then we'll go from there. So I will be right back. As I'm gathering some supplies for this project, I do want to also mention that they will have their pastel ink pads, of course, there on the site, and the neutral pack, or natural, but I believe they call it neutral, will also be there. I was just grabbing this to get this black ink. And, it'd be really cute, actually, to also color this whole thing in with your let me get this out of here, with your inks, because you can definitely do that. Just get a water brush and dip into, you know, maybe put some ink down on a surface, and then you just kind of dip into that to color with. Really fun technique. I don't need that part, but I will need this. And so all I'm going to do right now is stamp the items. So we need, like I said, 2 of the basket, 2 of the eggs, 1 of this portion, and 1 Easter bunny, and then however many of the eggs that you would like. I do want to mention that you're going to leave some area, because like when you stamp this, when you go to cut it out, you need to have that extra bit, right? So wherever it is that you stamp it, and let's say you're going to stamp the next thing on the same paper, just make sure you have this extra bit of area. So let's say I'll put this guy here, because I know that'll be a good spot. But I don't want to put anything else too close, because it has that. Or like this guy, the strip, this border piece, has quite a bit of going to them over here, right? And then we need this larger piece to not impede anything, so let me see where that might be. Okay, so just account for that extra bit, like right here is probably good for this guy. And they do make it a little bit bigger, so when you cut, you're going to cut it real well, because there's some extra portion that doesn't need to be in there, so, you know, something like that. So I'm just going to take my stamping tool and just arrange everything, probably on this piece of paper. I think it'll all fit. And get everything stamped out, okay? And I will be right back. Let me just show you what I mean. So I'll just arrange everything on here. And let's say this guy's over here. He has a big stamp, so I'm going to make sure I don't have air bubbles or too many, so I can just kind of work around them when I get there. And these are acrylic stamps, so they don't have a dispersion layer on them. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. Oh, so I can see I'm holding. I put this thing in the way. Aw. Okay, and then I'll stamp everything else out. I'll be back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and just stamped everything, and I kind of kept an eye out like where I would need to cut, and everything fit on here. I do have a space here actually for some more eggs. So let me maybe pop some of those in here. This is going to come out here too, so we need room for that guy. Maybe here. Okay. And so all I'm going to do is take some alcoholic markers and start coloring. So I'm just going to remove all these different things. Again, I was just kind of keeping an eye out where I can stamp all these different little cuties. And let me get some inks, some of my markers, and I'll be right back. So I just put this on my mat here, because you are supposed to color with alcoholic markers so well that it goes through to the back. So I just want something to protect my protected area, my mat. So let's say, and I brought out my whole insert from my mega marker kit, because, you know, let's say you end up wanting to use something water-based or whatever it is. Of course your ink needs to work for that, but I'm going to use these alcoholic markers. I have medium, ash light, and ash dark. So I'm going to color in my little bunny, probably with gray colors. And as I see, she has a little tummy. That'll be something different. The cheek will be different, and this inside of her ear will also be different. So I'm just going to go around with the light pretty much everywhere other than her little bow and tummy, and I guess her little nose or muzzle, whatever it is that bunnies have. and I'm not even being super careful with that. And I'll color the other one obviously the same way. And then I go into dark, and I put a little dark just wherever I think, you know, I might need a little shading. So like under her little bow. I don't get too technical with this, guys. You guys know that about me by now. Maybe even in here. Okay, and then from there I'll go to the medium, and I'll pull out some of that dark, the medium, and pretty much just wherever I did it before, just bringing it out a little bit more. And then I go back with the light. And I'll do the same thing with everything. Probably not like the eggs. I think I'll do a little less with them as far as shading is concerned. So again, I'll start in the dark area, basically pulling that color out. And this time I'll do kind of a circular motion because I do want to make it a little more refined. Till we get here. Really pulling that color out. Oh, her little tail will be white. But, so her tail is not forgotten, it's to keep it white, I'm just going to take like the ash medium color maybe. No, medium's a little too dark. Let's go with light. I usually go with the lightest of like a blue or a gray. And just kind of outline this a little bit so that way it looks like she's colored, but it's supposed to be white. So we're just going to leave it that way. I don't know why I kept that way up the top corner. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then let's say pink. I'll take rose light and rose medium for the inside of her little ear. So rose light first, little cheek too, just really exaggerated. And I mean, her nose can be pink too. Whatever it is that you think should be pink. Maybe sometimes people want to go with black or brown or something, I don't know. So again, the medium color. And I'll go back to the light. And pull some of that through. And that's that. And I guess her little tummy will also be white. So ash light. And just bring in a little shade there. And then I'll do the green grass and then color the eggs. And the eggs, you know, I mean, just have fun with it. It's Easter eggs, so of course they can be all kinds of different colors. So like, let's say I went and let's do medium and light. So I have grass, this is the green color, and let's just say I picked a band from, I don't know, in here. So I'm gonna go green, green, green. And if you want to touch it up with a little shading, you can definitely add a little darker green. But I wouldn't do too much, just to make it a little quicker. I think I'll get a yellow from the previous set. These are the original markers, and we have yellow, medium, yellow, dark, but I know the yellow is pretty light, so I'm going to go with medium on that one, and then maybe come in with some dark. Just make it fun. Okay, and I'll be back. Oh, I do want to make mention, like if you're looking at this part, let's say the basket, and then you have the die for the basket. Some of that bottom part is going to be showing, so if you want to take a marker and color it green, like this whole area, like let's say you're going to cut that out, but this area is still going to be there, and you can cut it afterwards, but let's say you just want to do it now. I would take like grass light and just kind of have an idea of what all needs to be colored if that's what you want. So like to here, and I'm just outlining this faintly. And so when I come in here, maybe I'm going to color this whole thing in, right? So I'm going to do my little grass again. You know me, I'm just kind of getting in there. And then maybe this whole area. So this is grass light. And I don't know if I'm going to go in and do medium and dark, but I might. But it's just to color that area. Not a big deal. So then I can go in from there, maybe into some dark. Kind of accent this area, and then medium, and just pull all those colors in. It's just if you want, of course. So I'll be back. I did this. So I did show a little bit, I think right now, of how I did the basket, and just kind of added brown a little deeper here and there, and then just blended it all through. As far as the eggs themselves, like if I picked out a yellow, I would go through and do yellow, 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 yellow. Wherever I put yellow, I would do all at once. I try to keep them basically the same, like this and this, the way that I decorated them. One funny one is the first one I showed you guys, the green and yellow one, I forgot and I did it orange and yellow. But other than that, they're all exactly the same, you know. So I just went through, coral, 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 coral. Did not do any color blending on these guys, I just colored them in. But if you want to take another, you know, minute and do some blending, I think they look even more amazing. But there's so much detail already, I think they look really cute. So all I'm going to do is take these pieces, and again, I just colored what I thought would, you know, I would need to. And this is up to you guys. I know sometimes this will leave a white edge. If you want to take like a very light blue pen and go around the very edges of everything, just around the edges. I do that every once in a while with different projects I work on. It'll just leave like a little light blue border where it'll look like you're outside basically. And so with this guy, I'm just going to eyeball that and tape it down. I'm going to cut everything down a little smaller because that way I can get it in my die cutting machine. But I'm going to put that there. So we're going to cut this one first, and then I'll take that same die and cut this guy out. And then, you know, same thing with all these other pieces. I'll take this. Oh, I love that this has the die in here that cuts out this excess. That's awesome. But again, I'll just kind of eyeball what's going on here. That looks really good right there, in my opinion. And I'll tape that down, run it through. Same thing with the basket, the pop-up base. And then our little eggs, they all cut out all at once, basically, with that one die that cuts 3 at once. So, again, all the pieces, this guy, once I cut this out, because I need a little bit of room here for this guy to squeeze in. But look at that, so sweet. Okay, I will be right back. I'm just going to kind of trim things away and run them through the marquee. Oh, you know what? I'll show you. We'll use our new scissors. And basically, I'm just going to come in here and trim away all this other stuff. And don't forget, like here, see what I was going to do? I was just going to chop that away. Not going to do that. I need to remind myself that I need to keep, I'm going to cut into here to just cut that area away so I know where this needs to be, right? So I might tape this down and then cut into it, but scissors are working. Okay guys, I have all my pieces here. Super sweet. Now that they're cut out, they look just adorable. So that was part 1, right? Cut and color. Part 2, and then I do have a card base, and I did pick out a green because, you know, so it looks like the grass at the base there. So this was just a standard A2 size piece of paper, so 8.5 by 11, but I cut it at 5.5, scored it at 4 1/4, so we have our card base. And then part 2, step A, is basically to get these guys, and we're going to do the same thing for both of these and both of these. So what we're going to do is take this, right, the pretty side, and it has a little score line there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little score line right there. So just on that score line, fold that in. On this score line, fold it in. Okay? And I'll put that to the side for now. And then the second one, we're going to do the same thing. Just score it on that score line. And then you're just going to take one of these and turn it over. And we're going to put glue all over it, and then we're going to match this guy up on top of that. So definitely want this to stay in one piece. So I'm putting glue right at the edges, not on the tab, well, all the way down this tab, but not the tab we folded back, of course. That was the whole purpose of folding it back, to get it out of the way for now. Okay, so we have that, and we're going to bring this guy, pop it right on top. Do put it a little bit sideways, that way I can give it a zhuzh so that that glue will kind of spread out as I move it. And I'm just eyeballing that to make sure we're good there. Okay, so now it looks like this. It has those loose tabs, but this whole centerpiece is adhered. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. So that's all it says. It says to repeat with these parts. So again, forward, forward. Same thing with these guys. And just turn one of them over and glue them together. And that was all step 2. And again, I kind of spread the glue around a little bit. Okay, and then I'm making sure that we're level and the same. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna let those set up and then I'll move on to step 3. And, oh, okay, well step 3, we're just gonna fold the Easter Bunny tabs to the front. So while these are setting up, we can move on because we're not gonna manipulate those yet. We'll bring this guy over. And these little tabs, we're gonna fold them forward. They do have score lines. Turn it over and apply glue on one of the sides because we're gonna stick them together. My goodness. Oh my goodness, how cute. I'm trying to see what all this says. Oh, okay, no wonder. I was like, the tab's on the bottom, right, of the bunny, but it's not really on the bottom. It's actually on the side of him, because the way when you fold it over, his angle changes. Because I was like, this next letter C doesn't look like what I'm imagining, but that's why. And I'm just moving that over to line up better. How adorable! Fold Easter Bunny in half and adhere in place. Okay, well, we did that. So now in the picture it looks like this, right? Look at that. Okay, fold back side. Now we're going to use the longer piece. So I'm going to put this to the side. Now we're going to take this guy. And it says fold backside to backside along scored lines. So basically this bottom part goes back. I like the way they explain it, backside to backside, so that the back is touching the back, right? And then when they want these coming forward, they say front side to front side. So the front, you're bringing it forward. And then all these little score lines, there's one here. And one right here. So this is very much like the first one we did in the first auto ship of this series, where it makes a little box, right? Basically, like this. Okay, so we did all the score lines. I'm gonna leave it here. And then it says, fold open tab on one side of Easter Bunny, then apply adhesive as shown in purple. So we have our little Easter Bunny, we have this strip. And so here, we're gonna move this open. We're gonna put glue on the inside of that, what's closer to the bunny, right? And then we're going to glue it on here. I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. In my mind, I have it right. Right? Because if you turn it over, it's like this. So this is basically going to help us close this up later, okay? But not quite yet. This tab is going to come in here, I suppose. But for now, we're just gluing this on here. And that is step 4. Okay, so step 4 looks something like this on the back. And then from the front, we have our little bunny in the end there. So cute. Okay. Now, step 5. I'm going to put that to the side for a moment. Slide interlocking basket inserts together. So this guy and this guy, these are our inserts. Fold open. Okay, so in that first part, in part A, it's basically just telling you to take this and pop it in on top of this, right? Because that's how they kind of insert. There we go. And so it looks like this. You have all these tab pieces that are still kind of facing in. And it says, fold open bottom tabs to create a box shape as shown. So we're going to open these guys. Right? And it looks like a box shape. But I think we have to open these completely. Yeah. So that first box I made is tiny, but if you open them up completely flat, it's like this larger box that's basically the same size as the basket that we did there. Okay, lay flat, then apply adhesive to tabs facing up as shown. So basically, you know, you're going to lay it flat. So, okay, we have all these tabs open. I don't want to confuse anybody. These are way open. All you're going to do is push this in whatever direction you want. You need it to lay flat. So this way or push it the other way, but either way there's going to have a basket and half of your eggs, and on the other side there'll be basket and the other half of the eggs, right? So it looks like this. So this tab is still coming off of the eggs and this tab is still coming off of the basket. So I just want to show it to you so it looks very clear. Okay, so we have that. I'm just going to look at the next step right quick just to make sure Flip, then center interlocking basket, insert on scored lines of pop-up basket. Okay, so they want you to put the glue here. That was part of step 5, is to put glue right here. And you guys know I like wet adhesives, but I do have to wait for them to dry. So if you want to use a tape runner, that's up to you, but wet glue just holds up longer, in my opinion. Okay, so everything's good here. Flip, then center interlocking basket, insert on scored lines. So we're going to bring this guy back. He's right here. And it says flip, then center, but basically we're going to glue this on here. Adhere in place as shown in purple. So this guy, there's a score line here, there's a score line here, and then here. We're centering it right on this score line. Right, a little bit higher up. I don't know if you can see in the image, they show it a little bit up like this. Okay, and I'm gonna look at the front just to see what that looks like. Look it, so cute. I'm just picking it up just a little bit, making sure my score line is with that guy. What I'm trying to see is that where this gap, see this gap here? I'm just trying to make sure it's on that score line. That's all I'm looking at. Okay, I think that looks pretty great. So I'm just showing it to you guys so it looks exactly like the image. And I'm going kind of slow with this because I want you guys to get a good look, right? So it looks just like that. And then on part 7, it says to apply adhesive to interlocking tabs, which is this other side. Okay. Get a little close to the edge. And then we're going to bring our little bunny over, fold over, pop-up basket, and Easter bunny, and adhere in place. Okay, I just want to make sure that that's... So all we're doing on this one, even though we put adhesive across the whole thing, is bringing our little bunny over. And they even show to put the tab down like this. So the tab is also holding on to part of this last tab set, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. And like I said, I'm going real slow because, you know, I want it to be very clear. So cute. Okay. So basically step 8 now is just to put a little glue on the back of this tab piece, right? The one that we just brought over. We already have glue over here. And then just bring this over. And that is basically the basic setup of this. This is going to be adorable when we pop it up. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just laying that adhere. And then in part C of this step 8 is to make sure that the assembly pops up, right? So right here, we just did this. Now I'm using wet glue, I probably would wait longer, but let's go ahead and give it a check. Oh my goodness. Look at that, you guys. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna flatten it back out because I wanted to let it set up completely. Let's see what step 9 is. Okay, so step 9 we can go with that. Lay assembled pop-up flat, then apply adhesive to the different sections. So I just want to see what that looks like. They're showing him like this and this. Okay, so let's just lay this guy flat. And I'm going to do it so it looks like the picture. That way everyone at home sees that. I'm just going to lay him flat this way, but I'm not sure that it matters. And then they say to put glue on this one side. Okay, I'm gonna bring my card over, and you know, this part, I guess it depends where you want this guy to pop up at. So I'm just going to eyeball this and place him kind of in the center there. I might have done mine a little bit backwards because they're saying to flip it like this to put it down, right, the glue, but that's okay. Either way, we're just going to put glue on either side. And now when I open the card up, I'm going to put glue on the opposite side. I suppose this is when you're designing, when you say, okay, I want my bunny on this side, I want him on the left, or I want him on the right. And then you can just flip your assembly if you want it this way so that the bunny's on the left, or the way I did it so he's on the right. I'm gonna let this set up before I open it, okay? So I'm gonna give it a few because this is, you know, the moment of truth, but at the same time I don't want to rip it open, so, or for it to come apart. So I'm gonna give it a moment to dry and I'll be right back. Okay guys. Oh my goodness, look at him. And of course it lays flat because it has that gap in the center, which is awesome. So cute. If you wanted to, just pop it up like that. Look at him. Oh my goodness. So, just to finish it off, I am going to stamp now, but we could have done this, you know, before. I'm just going to stamp this Happy Easter on the inside. I think I'm going to stamp it. Stamp it right here. I'll adhere some of the little eggs here and there. So I'll do that right quick and I will be right back. So what I just showed you right now is that I cut some pieces to finish off our card so we can have a card front. So I grabbed some of that marble paper and I cut it down to about 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, just so it mats right into this card base. And then I used the scallop circle that I have to just cut a little like doily kind of background, or a ruffled background I suppose, for the little sentiment with the "Here comes Peter Cottontail," so cute. And what I was showing you as far as coloring in these eggs, because they're on the front and there's just a few, just the same marker. So like if I did orange, I did that, and then I would come back and do another layer because it makes a difference, like the depth of color. And I only did it on the edges so the egg looks more rounded. Just a little subtle something. And then I'm going to put this guy on here. And just kind of towards the top here. Oh, you can even put like a little bow on here if you wanted. Dress it up a little bit more. And then we have "Here Comes Peter Cottontail." So I just used a bunch of colors that were like spring, soft colors, pastels. And that will be the front of this. Oh, you know, I just got a T-square for a reason. Where's the one that I opened up? I think that's already taken too long. I've already let it set up probably, but I just want to see about how straight that is. Hey, not bad. I was just looking at the lettering. Pretty good. Okay, and then with these little guys, I'm just going to pop them on here with some dimensional adhesive. So I'll just put a little dimensional adhesive on the back and pop them here and there, just on the bottom here. So that will be my card. So thank you so much, Die Press, for sending the items for review. Guys, check it out. Again, 50% off the whole site with the code Tuesday50. Make sure you're using Tuesday50. Hope you like that tip of coloring the green down there, so it just has that green down at the bottom. And I love the way they do the tabs, because basically you're seeing all that. You know, it's covering that whole area. It looks really nice. Oh, I did want to show you, I had mentioned that I had one of these ready to go. So this is the butterfly refill flyer. So basically you just wind it up, and you're not going to put it in a card like this because we have a pop-up in there. But if you didn't, you know, you just had it in there, and then when your friend opens it, it just flies out like that. So that's what that looks like, and that's what that does. But like I said, I'll link some of the different videos I've done, tutorials in the past on some of those items. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll have some pictures coming up and links in the description box, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.